The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Of Harvest Crafts. My name is Jen. Before we get into today's project, I have a few announcements to go over. First announcement, Harvest is officially on Instagram and Pinterest, so feel free to give me a follow. If you haven't heard already, I am producing my own book, and you'll be getting characters, pictures, and background. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm going to be a little bit more active on there. I'll be producing a podcast in early June if you're interested in character development and behind the scenes of the shows. If you haven't seen it already, feel free to give Harrison some attention and go check out Topic Time if you want to learn a little bit more about my background and my story of how the show was produced. Now on to today's craft. Tonight we're going to be making Easter bunnies. I know it's a little late, everyone, but we'll make it work. We've been pretty busy over here behind the scenes. So let's get started. You're going to need 2 of the styrofoam balls, and you're going to make the body. I'll put a list up on what you're going to need. Anyone seen the solar eclipse a couple weeks ago? It was pretty cool. I hope you guys were or had something to protect your eyes. Very interesting experience. Always make sure that you clean up your webs. You don't want it to be like a spider web situation. It's not Halloween yet. I know Halloween just was about a week ago. Happy Halloween, everyone. Next, you're gonna add the belly fur. You're gonna need pastel or any color you prefer. Cotton balls. You can go with any color you desire. I'm going with pastel because it's spring. Colors don't matter here. If you like it, it's all good. this doesn't have to be just Easter bunnies. It could be spring bunnies. I know Easter just passed, but you can still have these on your mantle or over your fireplace. It's still spring. This makes a really nice spring decoration. And it could be the talk of your next party. You have to work fast with styrofoam, I found, because it melts pretty quickly. So apologies if I'm going too fast. You can always pause. You can get this over at your local Michael's or your local Target. It's not that expensive. The color does matter in this case. If you go for the green, it's more for like plants and gardening. And it's also slightly more expensive. I don't know why that is, but I just think it's kind of strange. As far as the book goes, I already have 2 characters on my Instagram page, so feel free to meet Satari and Aurora. I guess I can give a little bit of a preview. So Satari is my mascot. She is a witch that used to be human. As you can see, she has features of a wolf and a dragon. And feel free to read her full description over on my Instagram or Pinterest, I believe. I post her information on there too. I'll be talking more about Satari on the podcast as well. So stay tuned for that. Next, you're going to add a little pause. So you're going to need a smaller styrofoams. You don't have to make the bunny stand in particular. If you want to, I will applaud you if you manage to get your bunny to stand. Don't worry if the styrofoam that doesn't stick the first time. It happens. It will eventually stick after 30 seconds. Now we're going to work on the ears and then eventually the face. You're going to need pipe cleaners. I recommend the sparkly ones if you're into that sort of thing. You're going to make sure they're both equal. So the trick is to bend your pipe cleaner in half, so this way it will be equal on both sides. If you're a little off by like 1.5 inches, don't worry about it. It's not going to be that noticeable. You're going to be needing pink as well for the inner ear. We're going to try to get as small as you can for pink. Just to remind you, this can be a kid's craft if it's supervised by an adult as far as how glue, scissors, and wire cutters go. If you have a kid younger than 10, then I would advise you to tell them to stay away from hot glue and allow them to pick the colors of cotton balls. With the ears, as you can see, I am twisting them by layer. If you wish to to thicken the ears a little bit, then add more of pipe cleaners. All you're gonna do is gonna poke a hole into your styrofoam with your scissors, or you're gonna hot glue the inside, and then you're just gonna stick your ear into the hole you created. There's different types of bunnies. You can have your ears going up tall or floppy. I like my ears tall. Totally up to you. You're gonna do the same on the other side. Again, feel free to pause the video if you need some more time. Now we can decorate the face. You're gonna need 2 eyeballs. I'm using the cute ones. Next, you're gonna need a pink cotton ball. For the nose, you're gonna snip a little bit of the corner to add the nostrils. Then I'm going to be using string. This is used for jewelry. You're going to need no more than 2 inches. You're going to need at least 4. This is completely optional. You're going to decorate your bunny. I'm going to add a little scarf as well as tulips. For the scarf, you can use ribbon or anything, just about. You can even use pipe cleaners if you wish. Totally optional. If you're going to be using pipe cleaners, make sure that you're okay with the size of the scarf. I think I'm going to leave the scarf as it is and maybe just clip the ends. With pipe cleaners, you don't really need to worry about hot glue that much. It just kind of places it by itself in a way, if that makes sense. If you want to add hot glue to stabilize it, or in other words, place it in a exact position, feel free. This is also often optional. You can add flowers to the ears as a little thing, hair thing. Or you can have flowers in its paw, just to give you guys some ideas. Make sure that you clip this part, because that's going to cause a lot of issues if you're going to be using it for as a hair piece or something. But you can save the stem if you're going to be using it for the paw. Now, last but not least is a little cotton tail. Make sure that you clean the webs. And that's all is to it. Thank you for tuning in for Harvest Crafts. My name is Jen, and I'll see you next time. Feel free to tune in to Harvest Chance coming June 7th.